Hi Aquarius, welcome to your general reading for the last week of October. I'm going to be doing a reading for your career and a reading for love separate. I'm starting with career. I'm going to timestamp for relationship. So you could check that. Also, I'm going to be timestamping the astrology video that I did for the crazy energy that's going on this week. So not really going to be working that into this reading. You could just check out that video because it's too much to work in. I'll make some basic references, but not more than that. Anyway, let's get started. I have two different Lenormand decks. I'm going to use one for career and one for relationship. And then we're going to pull a Celtic cross spread for each and some love oracles at the end. Okay, it seems like these are ready. Let's see what we have for our Aquarius friends. Ooh, something's really eating away at you. If you are in a partnership, you might be questioning whether somebody is siphoning money away from you. If you are not being paid exactly what it is that you are worth. There could be an element having to do with, again, either not getting paid the amount that you're worth or something very deeply troubling you having to do with your career or something having to do with money, right? So this could even be an inheritance, some sort of payout, something really bothering you. And then we have the bridge. Let's pull the cards and then I'll do the interpretation. We have lilies. We have the Mars man. Looking at the future, looking at a new cycle. All right. I mean, this is so straightforward that I'm just going to end there. Something very much is troubling you about what it is that you're doing right now, Aquarius. So the bridge can indicate two things. One, meeting somebody halfway, knowing intuitively because some sort of message is coming to you. With the lilies, it could indicate that you're having some sort of energy coming at you in a dream, some sort of epiphany. And these are energies that are being sent to you from somebody who loves you on the other side. Or this could be a really wise elder in your life that's just giving you some really solid advice regarding career. But whatever it is, this message is inciting either meeting somebody halfway or meeting somebody to actually sign papers. So sign that contract, sign that whatever for a new job, whatever, because Mercury is retrograde. It's going to be retrograde in Libra. It's been in Scorpio. It's backtracking on Tuesday into Libra. It's going to be there for the duration of the month for the energies that this covers. Remember, Libra rules partnerships. It also is ruled by Venus, having to do with money and feeling good about being in something. So if you do find yourself in a situation where you have to sign on the dotted line for anything regarding career, money, again, payout, investment, anything like that, please read the dotted line. All right. And this may be that message that's coming in, but I do see this meeting somebody halfway. There is a meeting up. There's a meeting of the minds, right? But you are very, very focused on the future. There is no question, Aquarius. We have the Mars man. If you notice, he's got the glyph emblem on his neck. Mars is Aries. Aries is the emperor. It's all about having a fresh path, a new perspective. This is the warrior energy, pulling yourself off of a path that you're on right now that's not meant for you in the way that it's being presented and bringing you onto a path that's going to be much better for you. You're going to be feeling very fiery, motivated, excited, confident. The only thing that I want to just, being forewarned just to be forearmed, the energy of Mars, which is Aries, can be, on the one hand, very determined. Again, it's the sign of leadership, so it's all good. But this energy does not always think everything through. It'll tend to sign on the dotted line before reading all the fine print, before thinking about something on the other side of some sort of change. It's almost like not being able to see far enough into the future. So just make sure that you're doing that. If you're signing anything, if you're making any kind of agreement, arrangement, if you're making the decision, because there is definitely something bothering you, but it does seem like there's going to be conversation to meet somebody halfway, make sure that full conversation is had, nothing is left out, and that you are, that there's fairness here, because I do see it beginning a new cycle, but in order for this new cycle to begin, something has to end. So there's change having to do with your career here, Aquarius, there's no question. Doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to be changing complete careers. That would be silly to say that for every Aquarius. You could be doing your job differently. your own approach. Something's bothering you, you communicate it, you're able to do something a little bit more your way, right? Where you are more in charge, you are more in control. Definitely with that man, with the Mars energy, you are going to be more in control, which is good. Okay, so let's pull a Celtic cross spread. We'll get first, let's pull what's happening now, and then go into what's influencing you, for better or worse. So we have the Three of Wands right now, okay, which is happening now. So the Three of Wands is about teamwork, getting together, focusing on money, focusing on expansion, focusing on moving forward, right? The Three of Wands is not even looking back. Let's just focus on the future, building something. So this could be a new business, a new job, some sort of new collaborative effort, anything like that. And the Strength card, I would say that this would definitely be for the better, right? This is a great energy. This is all about, first of all, having a lot of self-respect and being very courageous, and also being very creative. Because remember, the Strength energy is Leo, and Leo is that 5th house, and that's where our creativity hangs out, and also our ability to build something, build things. That's why the 5th house is children. It's entrepreneurial efforts. It's romance, right? Anything that we could build and create, that's Strength energy. So it's doing it with courage. I do like it. Focusing on also, again, self-respect. There's a lot of self-respect here. And really giving your heart to something. Really giving your heart. Let's see what the crowning energy is. We have the Five of Wands in the reverse. So the Five of Wands in the reverse indicates harmony and success and problems being resolved. So maybe that mice, the mice energy from the Lenormand, this is it. This is the other side of it. There being some sort of resolution. There's an air clearing that's going to be going on, which is very nice. Let's see what happened in the recent past. We have the Death reverse, so this indicates stagnation, some sort of, feeling stuck, feeling disappointed, wanting something to go in a certain way and it didn't go in a certain way. So again, going back to the mice energy, that could have been what it is. Stagnation's a funny thing in this world that we're living in right now. Because what is the stagnation coming from? Is it because of the pandemic? Is it because of shutdowns? For some of you, I'm sure that's the case, right? Because it has completely changed most work environments. You know, some for the better, a lot for the worse though, right? So that element of stagnation. But now, whatever it is, whatever disappointment that was, whatever it is, here you are, you're going in a new direction. So I do like that. Now let's see what's sort of underneath all of this, the history that contributes to this situation. We have the Six of Cups. So the Six of Cups, you could have reconnected with either a job that, so this could show up in a couple of ways. Maybe you were out and you ran into people that you used to work with or you grew up with at one point or you went to school with, and through conversation you got to talking, and then there ended up being this sort of offer, which is almost like a gift to you for moving forward. That's how it could be for some of you. Others of you, maybe you were feeling very, very nostalgic about wanting to go back to something that you left once upon a time, but remembering that there was some sense of conflict that you had to go back and resolve before you could get back on that bandwagon again, right? The Six of Cups could also be you really very much wanting to get back in touch with a project that you started once, or maybe you decide you want to go back to a major that you studied at one point that you ended up leaving for whatever reason or another. But whatever it is, this visiting back to something ended up inciting this new path, this resolution of something that didn't previously work. Now, in the near future, we have the King of Coins. Well, don't we love that, right? This is solid and practical energy, very nice. You being a wise investor, you dealing with a very practical and wise leader. So this could be a great boss, a great mentor. You know, this could be, because it's a court card, so it could be somebody else or it could be you. No matter how we slice it though, it's good. This is a good energy as far as money goes. And I also feel like it's something that you're going to feel very connected to in a way, where you're going to have a really good mentor, even if it's not going to bring you a lot of money. Maybe money is not even your thing right now, Aquarius, right? I mean, you guys are the sign of the humanitarian. might not really matter to you. That might not be primary to you right now, but you're just very much connecting with what it is that you're doing. Okay, so your attitude and your perspective right now, the Three of Cups, this is really nice. So this is about feeling a circle of support within whatever you're doing. This is feeling very connected, feeling a great sense of camaraderie in the workplace, really kind of liking where you're going, liking what you're doing. Again, this idea of connection on an emotional front, I feel like is going to be at play here, which is mattering to you right now. And we have the High Priestess energy for the opinions of those close to you. So whenever we have the High Priestess energy, this is about the people surrounding you right now see you trusting yourself, Aquarius. They see you listening to your higher self. That's going to be driving your decisions right now. So those close to you, meaning family, friends, a significant other, whomever, right? It's just somebody who matters to you, that's surrounding you. And when they look at you, their opinion is that you are being true to yourself right now, and you're very focused on what's true for you. So I do like that. Very nice. And we have your inner emotions. We have the Judgment reverse. Okay. So inner emotions, this is inside. That I feel like this is a fear though. I feel like you're afraid that you are making or have made an error in judgment. You are feeling afraid of some sort of change. You're feeling some sort of weakness about where you're going in your career. The Judgment could also be a certain level of denial. So, and denial could show up a couple of different ways in this energy when it comes to our emotions. Like maybe you weren't 100% honest with yourself about how something ended up rolling out in your last job, or you're denying some red flags that you're feeling intuitively coming up in this new opportunity. And it's important to just, call it out and look at it. But again, this is in your this is your inner emotions. It doesn't mean that this is really actually happening out in the 3D. So this could just be your fears messing with you, which is normal, right? When we go through any sort of change, don't you think? And then as the final outcome, we have the Nine of Coins. Yes, I like this. This is about being very self-sufficient, definitely receiving financial gains, being able to take part in some solo pleasures that maybe you're missing, like you having some extra money to do some things that you would like to do, experiencing some sort of luxury activity that you haven't really been able to do, but you having a little extra. Sometimes I call this like the I could breathe card, right? Having a little bit of a cushion. But now the coins can also mean, it means money, but it could also mean mental, physical, and emotional connection. So this could also mean, if it doesn't have to do with money, if money's not really a thing, even though this has to do with career, it could be you connecting with something in a way where you really resonate with it on a very personal soul level, which I think is really, really good. So I do see some sort of revisiting to something that you did at one point or that you wanted to do with that Six of Cups energy. That is also the card of Six of Cups is also about reunion, right? Having to do with something from your past again. So yeah, maybe meeting up with people you used to work with, went to school with, knew once upon a time, and they end up helping you with your career in some way or another. So that is what we have for career for our Aquarius friends for the last week of October. I hope that was helpful in some way. Have a great day if you're not sticking around for the relationship read. Otherwise, let's get right into the Dreaming Way, Lenormand, to pull the energies for a relationship. Let's see what's going on here. We have the Stork. Did we get the Stork? I think we got the Stork with the relationship read as well. Heart. It's a new cycle in love. Clouds. A little conflict, but the conflict on the other side of conflict is the sun. Communication. Get the birds. So the message is coming in. And it's the truth. Somebody's coming in to speak the truth. We have the Book of Knowledge. Something needs to be looked at more closely regarding a person or a situation. And then we get the Coffin, which is an ending. And then we have Garden. Let me just finish pulling these. And then we have the Man looking at the future. Okay. For some of you, it's just simply the acknowledgement that something needs to be done in order for you to be able to experience real happiness and peace in a relationship. I do feel like some of you are going to be having a conversation with somebody that's going to be quite stressful. And in that conversation, some truth is going to be revealed, because the letter is always indicative of a message that's coming in. That message is hardcore truth that you really can't escape. And then we have the Book of Knowledge, which incites you needing to be very honest and very, no rose-colored glasses, seeing the red flags, really understanding the reality of something, that whatever is over was not meant for you anyway. Then we have the Garden, which indicates networking, socializing, meeting people online. And then we have the Man focusing on the future. You're just being very, very focused on the future. Now, this could be you meeting a man who's very focused on the future, or you being with, if you are a man, you are very focused on the future. Either way, there is a future element to this, and the understanding that something needs to be over, right? Because again, something needs to be let go of in order to be rebirthed, for there to be actual love, right? Experience a solid relationship. But these conflicts need to be discussed. But the truth of the matter is, the relationship as it was anyway is just simply not meant to continue. This could be for those of you who are single. This would be, a past energy that maybe you're still not completely over. Even though you may be over it, like in your conscious mind, energetically, they still may be on you. This could, for those of you who are married and in some sort of situation, there has to be an acknowledgement that the way something had been going, it cannot happen. It can't continue like that anymore. The Coffin is like done. It's done so that you can experience a rebirth and a transformation, focusing on the future. So, for each of you, it's going to be something different. But if you're dealing with an energy that's just not able to show up for you, it's not going to work. It's just simply not going to work. But let's see what we get here, and then we'll pull some oracles. Okay, so the Ace of Wands right now is happening now. So the Ace of Wands in reverse indicates rejection, a false start, some sort of delay. So this could certainly indicate maybe you ended a relationship, Aquarius. So somebody ended a relationship with you, or maybe you started something and then it kind of didn't go anywhere. For others of you, you're in a relationship, but there are these crazy delays. Maybe you don't live near each other. This could also be indicative of somebody being very manipulative, very emotionally manipulative, almost like brutal, right? Because Wands are will and motivation and this strong, passionate desire to move forward. And in reverse, it can mean delay, but it can also mean somebody being kind of mean. So it's going to mean something different to each of you. Now, it's influencing you for better or worse. We have the Hermit reverse. So this indicates loneliness and isolation, and it also does indicate repeating past mistakes and feeling stuck. So this could certainly be this kind of energy where somebody is not good for you, but you can't quite let them go. So that's always a challenging energy as well. Crowning, we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very reliable energy, very patient, very hardworking. Now, as the crowning energy, this is your goal and hope. So I feel like you really, your hope and your goal is to find someone who is like that. This could be an energy that you were with. You're hoping that they will change and that they could be that way. For others of you, it's this recognition that you're alone, you're going it on your own for now, and that you're hoping for somebody to come in who is like that level of responsibility. But because we get the Hermit reverse, there is a danger of you repeating some sort of mistake that you made in your past. So let's see what else comes out. Let's see what happened in the recent past. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates it's not such great luck. Something happening out of your control, or being very stuck in a rut. So even you may have been the one to end something because your relationship was so stuck in a rut because of somebody who was just not able to show up the way they needed to show up in a relationship. It could certainly be that. For others of you, it could just be, maybe you were the one where you had no control. It was out of your control, and maybe they ended it, right? So you're in the space of isolation and still not, still kind of having hope left for the situation. But let's see what is beneath this, the history that contributes to the situation. And we have the Ten of Swords in the reverse. So, the Ten of Swords in reverse, this does indicate a new start and recovery. It's more positive than in the upright. This is indicative of some forgiveness. This is indicative of moving on, though, to kind of release yourself from a situation. Right? So the Ten of Swords means something ended. So something was out of your control. It ended. You're in the space of trying to forgive. You're in the space of trying to recover from something. But I do see that even though you're wanting to forgive them and you're wanting this new start, there is this potential of you maybe repeating a mistake that you did make in the past. So in the near future, we do have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. So this does indicate feeling and being very, very vulnerable to a situation, Aquarius. It does. And this could be you or the energy that you're dealing with. This could also be feeling, remember, Pentacles is mental, physical, and emotional connection. So when we have this in the reverse, it could be somebody sort of being like, kind of like in a poverty mindset when it comes to connection, like feeling like so alone, and just missing. But at the same time, very self-protective. It's an interesting energy. So let's see what your attitude is or your perspective right now. The Two of Swords, yeah. So now it's time to make a decision. You have to make a decision, Aquarius. And this also indicates it's time to compromise. So maybe you're the one who needs to compromise, they need to compromise, but you need to make a decision. There is this being across purposes with oneself. It's a Moon in Libra energy. So Moon is very much I feel, right? And it's just, you're very in that space. And Libra has to do with relationship. It's a sign of relationship. So you're across purposes with yourself, but you need to make a decision. Now, the opinions of those surrounding you having to do with this relationship, we have the Five of Pentacles. So they see you worried. They see you feeling the sense of lack. They're concerned for you. They see that you're in a lot of pain. Now, your inner emotions are the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So now for some of you, this is going to be you feeling like you need to go in and kind of clean up the mess that somebody else created in a relationship. For others of you, you can just be in a space right now of lacking focus, or ambition. You might feel very kind of sad and depressed and just not really wanting to move forward. And if you meet somebody new, they're not going to be perfect enough, right? Just because you're not ready, not because there's anything really wrong with you or them or anybody. You're just not ready. You're not ready. But I feel like a number of you could be in the space at the same time where, this idea of repair work in relationship, it's like, okay, somebody did something that caused damage, and in your emotions, you're trying to figure out how would we be able to ever fix that. As I feel like there is not this release, even though I feel like a lot of you are not with the person, has not been this letting go, this release. Let's see the final outcome. We have the Four of Wands in the reverse. So This is, you know, this is leaving. This is cutting the cord. This is recognizing that there's not going to be a strong foundation here. There's just not, you know, there's just not, it's not somebody in your energy that you still want to work something out with. It's not good for you. You know, it's a pretty specific message, guys. So it's not your message this time. Get you next time, maybe. But it's a pretty specific message. So let's pull some oracles and see what we get as far as the psychology going on right now. Now, sometimes this piggybacks on the tarot. Sometimes it ends up being its own individual spread. Clock, need time, takes time, time in cycles, time to heal. Time to heal, to progress. That makes sense, right? Absolutely. Stabbed in the back, heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attacks. So somebody must have really hurt you, Aquarius. And you're needing to heal. Palm tree, stability, security, permanent growth. Love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. Cupid's arrow, have faith, love is coming, surprise, invitation or meeting, hesitation. Yeah. So I see someone else coming in. It does seem like somebody else is coming in. But you are going to feel hesitant. You're going to feel hesitant. But I feel like this is a good energy for you. Surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. Wow. Yes. Okay. When you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you've shared with those that you love. Yeah. It's important to move on and make memories. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it's only in being true to yourself that you could be true to others. Yeah, so it does seem like you're still going to be hurting over past energy, and guys, cut yourself a break. The breakup could have been last year, it could have been 2 years ago, whatever. We're not robots, you're over it when you're over it. Could have been last month, whatever. But it does seem like there is a new energy coming in, and as soon as you sort of allow it, things are going to flower in a beautiful new way. When you're ready. When you're ready. This is definitely a message of give yourself a chance to heal first, though, for sure. Okay, my friends, that is what I have. I hope this was helpful for you in some way. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a very blessed week, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.